We have in our second episode in this, we have an episode where we're hunting for treasure.
I know that one, yes.
We were talking about it yesterday. It's like we've often been criticized early in our live shows as they just kind of end, and we love like just blowing shows up and ruining the ending. And like what we found is that people, even if it means nothing, subconsciously always want a happy ending, a really like book, like closing of the book. It's all happy, right? So the treasure ending, not to talk about too much.
I'm scrolling on my phone right now so I can treasure ending. Oh, the Ellen DeGeneres. And
but just after that.
Yeah.
it makes no sense whatsoever. There's characters that we've killed off that come back. There's no
consistency.
Nothing works. There's no narrative. Like it makes no sense. But we find the treasure and it's all happy. And people watch it and go, "That's great! You bring it all together." It makes no fucking sense, Bert. But it's just that feeling. Like, oh, it's a happy ending, and people really
the false sense of something cyclical is really funny to us. Like it's something that has just been completely unearned, but you give them the feeling of something earned when actually it hasn't been done at all. It's really, because we were talking about yesterday about how that's like one of our favorite jokes, how we do that, but not a lot of people in our lives have picked up on the fact that it's a complete fucking bullshit ending, and it's just this. It's just a vibe, and it doesn't actually make any sense.
Yeah, there's nothing we love. We do it in our live show a lot, where it either doesn't make sense, or it's actively like everyone's dead, or it's actively a bad ending. But we end it on an uptick.
You treat it.
We treat it like yes! Come on, everyone, and it's exactly what you're describing. If you give people the beats of an ending, they're so happy. They leave on an up, and it's like how you can fuck with people with that rhythm is phenomenal. It's so funny.
Did you guys write the Ellen DeGeneres sketch before she got in trouble?
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's an old sketch. We wrote that in our third year. I think we've
had a lot of people going, yeah. Wow, like you really responded to the Ellen scene. It was like, man, we wrote this in 2014 or something. Like
that used to be like gives people free shit. That nothing else.
I remember like that was just like a joke Broden and I used to do with each other on the phone. Like he called me once just as I was going into my call center job, and I was like, who is it? He's like, we would literally just do that. And he's like, go outside. There's something for you outside. I'm like, oh, it's a spicy burrito, and we just do that for like. I was late to work one time because we were just doing it for so long, and then this is in like 2013, man.
I get that. I get that vibe from you guys. What was the one I was watching today? A bit of pud.
Oh, little pud,
little pud. And I could not. By the way, pud for us means dick, but
does it?
Yeah.
That's why it went so viral. That's why people love that so much, obviously.
But I go, oh, I'm curious if that is something that someone says something and then you guys start riffing, or I wondered how quick do they write a sketch sometimes where someone goes, a little bit of pud, and then someone immediately you guys are like, all right, that's a bit. That's going to be a fucking sketch,
It's a bit of both, and it kind of depends on the sketch. So there's like something like Ellen, it was built through improv, but then that's word for word perfect. Like when we perform it, because it's so vocally demanding, me and Mark alternate on who plays the character getting the prizes because it's so screamy. Yeah. So that's how word perfect it is that someone can slot in. Then Pud, for example, I always loved how British people said Pud. That's one element that was sort of came second. But I always thought it's a real, like, British people are so classy, but they sound like children sometimes with some of their words. They're like, I'm going to go have some pud with mummy. It's like, okay, that's weird. You're weird. It's a weird thing to describe dessert as, you weirdos. And then we also were like, let's do a Christmas sketch. It's Christmas time. How about something how there's always a bit of room for Christmas pudding? Then we kind of put them together. That was literally the idea, is putting those two things together. The script was maybe 4 lines of dot points. It was, Zach is too full for pud. Broden maybe has room for custard. That was the script, and then we shot like half a day worth of improv, and then it really all is on Max, our director and editor on those stuff, and co-editor on the series, to kind of bring it all together.